Hello, fellow humans. Chris here again. So, I am reporting in from an undisclosed location today. Was not planning on doing any videos while I was here, but something happened today that I would like to share. So, I'm in a class and we're doing a lesson on ethics. And we do this scenario that I've done I've done before a few times. Basically, you've got 20 people, and you've got a lifeboat, you've got a sinking boat, and you have to choose 7 of these people to go on the lifeboat, and the rest of them are going to die. You're given a list of people, 20 people, and they have their uh, traits. Some are young, some are old, some are drug addicts, some are scientists, doctors, street fighters, former prisoners. So you have to make a value judgment on these people's lives and decide who lives and who dies. So I don't really make choices on these these scenarios. I can't do it. I can't place a value on someone's life over someone else's, especially with just an arbitrary, like, 2 sentences about them. One of the people was a 20-year-old who had attempted suicide twice and who had clinical depression, suicidal ideations. Nobody chose to save her. And as I said, I didn't actually choose anybody. I kind of abstained from it. I'm basically like a draw sticks kind of person on that. Nobody picked her. And when they were going through, and everybody had to kind of like explain why they chose what they chose, and several people mentioned that she's suicidal, so she doesn't value life, doesn't value her life, and they just kind of wrote her off with that. It's like, so she's out. We're not going to save her. I wanted to say something then, but the conversation continued on, and I figured I'll wait till this part is over. Didn't want to ruin the momentum with my thoughts, but finally did get through everybody. Everybody gave their reasons, and we were going to break for lunch. I raised my hand, and for those of you who have been following me from the beginning, you might know that I've got some history with this topic. I just said, I get that we're judging lives here, right? That's the requirement of the exercise, right? People who are suicidal or who have suicidal ideations do not devalue life. They are struggling and they are suffering, and they are in a situation that they cannot endure, and that doesn't appear to have any kind of end on the horizon, and there's no relief for it. They cannot bear the situation that they're in, but they don't want to die. They just can't endure the suffering anymore. So I said, it's fine to make your decisions for whatever reason you make your decisions. It's a horrible dilemma to be in, to choose a life over another. But don't say that she devalues life. And that was kind of all he said. And I actually got emotional. I kind of had to hold myself together, which I didn't expect. I figured I was just going to say a quick thing, that's not how it works, and then be on, but I kind of spoke my heart. And I was glad I did. I'm glad I did. I've, statistically speaking, there were probably at least 5 people in that room that are struggling with depression. And it's probably more because a lot of times people don't report it, that they have it, and don't get help. So it may have been even more, but it does make me feel good to think that maybe there was somebody there that didn't feel safe to speak up, but who needed to hear that. And I would be remiss if I didn't call that kind of thing out. God forbid you were with somebody or somebody's working for you who was suffering and who had suicidal ideations, and you flippantly say they don't care about life. That's not going to make their situation better. It's going to make it worse, probably. So, I guess I'm saying be really aware of your words and how they can impact people around you. The stigma with mental illness is still very real, because nobody would ever say on this lifeboat situation, she has cancer, she's going to die anyway, so don't save her. So the fact that multiple people, can comfortably say she doesn't value life, I need to normalize not normalizing the stigma of suicide. So that was me saying my piece, and I wanted to share that because it was a good moment for me, and I would encourage people to speak up when those moments happen. That's what it's going to take to beat the stigma, is calling that kind of thing out. When someone says something that you feel is out of line on a subject like that, I think it's all of our responsibility to speak up. Be the voice for anyone in the room that's struggling, and be the voice for those that aren't here anymore. May was Mental Health Awareness Month, and June is PTSD Awareness Month. I believe those are very closely related in a lot of ways. It's estimated that somewhere between 20 to 22 vets die by suicide every day in this country. A lot of that is related to PTSD. So, anyway, thank you for listening. Please look out for the people in your life, and let them know that they matter. Let them know that you value them, and acknowledge their values and their worth. Thanks for checking in on me. Have a great rest of your day. Don't be afraid to question the consensus.